Hi everyone, Dee here from Arts with Deepthi Lamba. Happy Monday. So today it's me and Sweet Pea. And Sweet Pea is not asleep for once because it's not lunchtime. I generally record during lunchtime. She sleeps by then, afternoon nap and all that. But as you can see, the environment behind has changed. I brought in the recording system into the bedroom instead of the studio. The studio was painted last year. I painted it blue, that green blue color, peacock blue, and the idea was to make it kind of goth without too much red. So I was wondering what to do. So I love peacock green and have a bit of a fey effect, so it's basically gold, brown, and a lot of yellows and oranges, but it's not conducive for recording, as I realized this month. The light does its own thing, and, you know, I'm not good with lighting. And my bedroom is full of light, and I've ordered blackout curtains. I have a pair that I've covered a window up with. Now I have to get two more, and I'll put them in the back. So hopefully by tomorrow, those windows would be blacked out, and I'll sleep better. Anyway, moving on. So Friday, I said that I'm going to do tanuki today. I'm going to be exploring the concept of tanuki, which is a dog raccoon in the yokai folklore, but I decided against it. Because tanukis are fertility symbols as well. They're like the cats, but they bring in prosperity, luck, and I thoroughly enjoyed the Pompoko movie, the Studio Ghibli movie. It was really nice, but Google wouldn't appreciate me talking too much about it. They are a fertility symbol as well. So, which is fine. I love them. I love the whole concept of a raccoon dog and, not being repressed. But moving on. So, today we're going to do the kitsune. Kitsune are the fox yokais, and there are two kinds. There are the good kinds and the bad kinds. The good kinds are called the zenko, and the bad ones are called nogatsune. Yes, I have my notes here. And that is my tanuki. Anyway, so the Zenko are the good fox, and they're the messengers for the gods, gods like the Inari. And these are masters of firebending, mind control, illusions, and they're generally the good ones, and they are the ones with the nine tails, which symbolize wisdom. Then you have the Nogetsuni, which are mischievous. They are, deceitful. They drain energy from human beings, generally very malevolent. So we won't be drawing those. We'll draw a Zenko. I mean, you can draw whatever you like. We'll be drawing the Zenko. I was thinking more of a Zenko in a woman form, with a kimono and give her a halo of nine tails. I haven't done that kind of an art, so it'll be an experiment. But before that, let's just do our oracle reading for Monday, which I always do. Now I just have to make sure this is fine. Yeah. Okay, so let's switch the screen. Okay, now these are my cards. And let's move this a little more here. There we go. This is heavy and tight. All right. So, what does the spirit have in mind for us for this week, the spooky season? This is the last week of the spooky season, and then the month is coming to an end. Month of October. What does the spirit want us to know for this week? Please don't mind Sweet Pea. She's about to sleep. She's a very gentle dog. She's one of the nicest dogs I've come across, but she has a personality. All right, let's just remove this and move on to me. Please don't mind all the doggy noises. I'm a dog lover and a cat lover. I'm an animal lover, so if I could get a job in a zoo, I'd work in a zoo. I don't think they'll take me. I don't have the required qualifications. I'm an artist. Could go there and sketch and paint. Incidentally, in museums, at least here in our museum, VMFA, you're not allowed to take anything other than your pencil and erasers. They don't allow any kind of wet media. They don't even allow carbon pencils. You know, the ones that I'm talking about, the graphite ones, you know, that create a mess. Why did I think of that? Let's get back to the thing. All right, I'm not even showing myself shuffling. What does the spirit want us to know for this week? Let's concentrate. I'm concentrating, guys. I'm making sure my hand is here. And for once, this is straight. Okay. Okay, orchard. So this was our past. So last week we had the feeling of thriving. A lot of things opened up for many of us. Elixir, remorse, guilt, and forgiveness. Yeah. So that's our present.
Sorry, what was that?
Alexa, quiet. Yeah, I've got that lady over here. And the future is Valencia. Okay. So Orchid, Elixir, and Valencia. Our past was Orchid. Yeah. Till last year, many of us were we had the feeling of flourishing. We were prospering. We were blossoming. Maybe last week we were that thing. We were feeling happy. And we are people who like to thrive. I mean, who doesn't like to thrive? Everyone likes to thrive, right? And then she who forgives. We've gone through a lot of emotions, very righteous emotions of anger against people. But, you know, everyone has to learn their own lessons. Maybe we need to forgive people. We want people to feel remorse. Maybe some of us are feeling remorse for our actions, whatever they may be. You know, that tumultuous feeling has come up. There is guilt, and we're looking for forgiveness, or maybe we are asked to forgive people. I mean, forgiveness is a very touchy topic for me, you know, in the New Age movement, which, you know, I'm very much a part of. We are asked to forgive, and we are told that you have to forgive, you know, for yourself, forgive others for yourself. But, you know, you can't force the issue with people. If you want to do it, do it. You don't want to do it, that's fine too. There is no time frame to it. You know, healing doesn't mean that you have to necessarily take that step. Anyway, that's between people and their therapist. I mean, I'm really in favor of going for therapy if you can afford it. So that's our present, you know, where we are trying to, we've got all these, maybe this week we'll have all these emotions coming up. I mean, they've been talking about Mars being in Scorpio, and Scorpio is a water sign, you know, so it's going to bring up a lot of emotions. And it's a good time to deal with those emotions, you know, and handle whatever's coming, you know, let it come, let it pass through you, you know, but it's good to know. And then we have the future. Then if we are able to handle whatever feelings that are coming up this week, you know, we are able to work with them, you know, then we can be very determined about the future. So whatever the future brings towards us, we'll handle it. That's what the card is about. Yeah. It's resolute. We can be resolute. Once we know ourselves, our shortcomings, our positive value system, you know, once we know ourselves, that's what I feel, you know, our light and shadow selves, we are more grounded within ourselves. You know, we are more determined. Then we know what we want to achieve, what we want to do with our life. We know our life purpose, but I think life purpose changes. But, you know, we are more resolute. I think I used that word before. So I think it's a good reading for this week. You know, it's a good one. And these are very good cards. I like them. Next time maybe I'll read the book. So let's get on with it. We're going to be drawing the Zenko Kitsune in my journal. Did you get up, Sweet Pea? Yeah, she did. She's gone to her bed. She's got a cute little bed. All right, so that was that, girls. And today we're going to do the Kitsune. Okay. Fast forward from this point onwards. If you guys want to hear me talk, please drop a comment below. I mean, I'm keeping it fast because, yeah, I've been told that people really don't like too many talky videos. And I talk a lot. Okay. Fast forward. Fast forward. Let's do this. Spitzel work. Yeah. She looks nice. Yeah, I wanted to give her a bit of a unearthly appearance. That she's human, but there's something quite not right about her. That's the look I was going for. Yeah. So, and I did put a tanuki in here. Well, you can read up more about her. But yeah, she's holding a lotus. And I could make her eyes a little longer here. But that's okay. It's an illustration. And it's in my journal. And she's done. So I'll decide what I'm going to do tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. Uh, Probably something a little bit different. Oh, there we go. This is like, when you're cooking and you have your chimney on. My God, that noise kills me. And that's how I feel about this light. Anyway, so tomorrow we will do something different. How does this look? I think, yeah. Oh, this looks nice. So tomorrow we'll do something different. I mean, still yokai based, maybe some water yokais. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, some water yokais. I'm going to read up on those too. But do see Pompoko. It's really nice if you haven't seen Pompoko. It's I thoroughly enjoyed it. Most of Studio Ghibli shows are about deforestation and the impact we human beings have on the elemental world and the natural world. Well, until tomorrow, then, people, take care of yourselves. I'll be seeing you. Bye bye.